Good morning. So I want to talk about the dream state a little bit. So there was past people gang stalking a lady, okay? It doesn't have to be a lady. It can be a man, but they're like stalking this person at their work, okay? They're stalking this person at their work and projecting hate onto them. Like a threatening type, okay? So at this person's work, this person had to like step up to the plate, you know, and handle it in a way where outsiders thought it was aggressive, but if you were to know what was being sent to that person, you would know that these people have been stalking and harassing this person for years. Okay? So this person came about it subtly, but the people from the outside looking in thought it was aggressive. But the people outside looking in were ignorant to the fact that this person has been bullied by these people for a long time. Okay? It was a hate crime. It is a hate crime. Okay? So that was that part. Okay? Moving on. There was a part where there was a foot race. There was this old man like trying to talk like he was in his glory days, or talking about his glory days. But he was lying. He was lying. I don't know if he was lying because it just made him feel good, or if he was showing off. But he was lying. Okay, so there's this old man talking about how he used to race back in the day, and he was getting mad at these kids who were on this racetrack. At the end of this racetrack, I don't know. And this old man, he was never cheering for you when you were racing. He was never cheering for this person when they were racing. All of a sudden, this person started winning, and now he's cheering for them and telling them stories about the glory days as if she would think that's something special. But something about like a lie detector. You're a lie detector. You can tell when people are lying. Or you have a pendulum and you're a lie detector that way. Somebody could be like understanding that people are lying and just like over it. They're over it. Somebody's recognizing that they are a better person than the people that were ridiculing them. They're like, whoa. By better person, I mean more accountable. Okay? Because it's up to you whether you choose to be accountable or not, right? We're all beacons of light and dark. It's our choice to take that darkness and like turn it into a positive, or use it in the appropriate situation where it's needed, and which isn't often. Okay, self-mastery. Let me give you an example. Ooh. The first part of that dream, okay? The first part of the dream where somebody is like coming to somebody's job in order to project hate onto somebody. That was the energy of what I had to sit through yesterday, okay? It wasn't nice. It's not nice. It is hard to take on energies. And if you get offended by like things that are like being thrown at me, well then just don't watch. Come back tomorrow. Maybe it's the energy has cleared by then, but sorry, not sorry. I come as I am, and sometimes energetically I'm battling something, okay? So let me find an example of turning a negative into a positive when it comes to my shadow side. For example, okay? So you know that like we all have to work through this stuff, no matter how good you think you are, okay? Maybe it's passing judgment. I had somebody telling me in the comment section that I was passing judgment on myself. I'm like, yo, I'm fully accepting of my light and my dark. I love all of me. Okay? I love all of me. With the help of my higher power, I understand that. Okay? So that is somebody trying to tell me I'm passing judgment towards myself as they're passing judgment. Like, what? I was like, okay. So I'm going to find an example here of where okay. Okay. Here was a toxic trait of mine, okay? I went and I wrote every toxic trait of mine. What would happen to me on a loop? It's insanity, right? So that I could figure that out and not do that unless I need it, okay? So an example here is, it didn't matter what anyone was trying to warn me about until I tried and experienced it anyway. Okay, but those were negative things. Okay, those were negative things. That's not actually toxic though. Just wait. Let me find a good one. I used to bully the bullies. I used to despise bullies, so I'd bully the bullies. Okay, that was justification, okay? I justified that. It still wasn't right. Damn. It's hard to find one, okay? Like, if I look at these in one way, I can call them negative. But if I look at them in another way, it's like, I don't even know if that's wrong, really. Oh, here's one that's wrong. Manipulation. I would blame what I was doing on my hurt, okay, and being misunderstood. But I was already so out of control and resilient to this lifestyle, not to even really care what was going on. It was just another excuse. Okay? Manipulation. Okay, so if someone is like trying to force me into a situation or force their judgment upon me or whatever they're trying to do, I could take that manipulation skill, okay, and say something came up. Okay? I can take that and use it to my advantage. Okay? Stubborn, self-centered. I don't think being stubborn is bad. Honestly, I don't. Maybe if you're being defiant and closed-minded, that it's a really bad thing. But if you're open-minded and about loving self, it's a very good thing. They call that discipline. Anyways, I hope to help somebody. Go ahead and write out the things that you do. Okay? Don't lie to yourself, because that's how we are all accepting of ourselves. We're just real honest. Real honest. Even if it sounds shitty. Look at, I would initiate fights. Manipulation. Okay? I no longer do that. I'll just tell people. I'll just tell people. Listen. I'm not going to deal with you because you're toxic. Okay? Now I don't even have to do any of that. I don't, because I don't care to be alone. Okay? I'm never alone. I used to fear awkward situations. Okay? I wouldn't like an unpleasant situation. Or like a weird stage. So I would just please and try to please and say things that were pleasing that I thought would please that person. Instead of holding true to my values, okay? I was a people pleaser. That is non-existent anymore, okay? I don't care to be awkward. I don't care to stand in my power. I don't care to be stubborn. I'll stand true to my values, okay? Integrity. No matter how awkward it is, no matter what people say to me, okay? Because I know that that's not true. And so does my higher power. So I'm going to somebody could be going through a breakup. Somebody could be moving in silence. Somebody's moving in silence, so this person is stalking who they think you're going to go towards. And also sending hate. I don't know. It seems like if you go towards this person, you'll either like just make it just in time, or somebody's name could be Justin, or you like don't make it. You catch them on the way out or something like that. Okay? Catch them on the way out. Heavy about like somebody wants to touch. Somebody wants to touch somebody. Or like cuddle. Somebody's all about business. They're not about somebody's like they're not they're talking about somebody's sexuality, but they're on their business. They're not about that. They're not about that. This makes somebody unhappy. Let them be unhappy. Let them be unhappy. Somebody thinks that they'll be unhappy if they can't be sexually active and be all on business. That's just not true. It's not true. That's not where happiness comes from. Somebody's refusing to reflect. Somebody's not happy because they're deflecting all the time. I don't know. It's like the same. It's like the same it's something's on a loop. Deflect. The way that someone deflects and blames others is a turnoff. Shit disturber in the reverse. escort in the reverse. So somebody was saying that somebody was a shit disturbing escort or a gigolo, depending on if you're a man or a woman. Taurus. Somebody was like trying to discredit you all the time. Discredit your business. This is like the work environment. This Taurus who's always deflecting. This person's mad because somebody got fired or like didn't get the raise that they thought they were going to get. Taurus isn't an escort, isn't a shit disturber. Just fails to reflect. Okay, so if you are not reflecting, you're deflecting. And you're still getting intimate with people who are shit disturbers. Okay? These people could say that something about you. Okay? And the way that you turn that off is to not associate with those people. And they're going to be very unhappy. But you have to be about your business to step into your greatness. You have to be. If they're a shit disturber, if they are an escort who deflects, never reflects, is always unhappy, and you're trying to people please this person, friend, cousin, whatever, okay? You fail to raise that bar for yourself, then expect those lies that people are spreading about you, these same people that you're giving the benefit of the doubt. People will think that's true because you hang out with those same people that lie on you. Getting that somebody is lying so that somebody else doesn't think that wouldn't be interested in you. Jealousy. Not a leader. But then you're also not being a leader in your own life. Like, just know that you can do it. You don't need anybody but yourself and your higher power. Obviously, not everybody's going through the same extreme length that I had been through, but there's a certain amount of people who are lousy in your energy that you need to turn yourself off of. Like, mistake in the reverse. Otherwise, you're not taking anything from your mistakes. Then what is it? It's deflection. Then it's a real mistake, right? I don't think mistakes are a mistake. I think that's kind of like trial and error, right? So if I'm making a mistake and then I take something from it, then I'm now going to implement. I don't see how that's a mistake. I took something from it, a lesson. Maybe humbleness, maybe gratitude, maybe a different approach, maybe somebody who's jealous needed to be, right? Be humble. Greed in the reverse. Somebody's jealous that you're humble and not greedy. Somebody wants to speak up. Karma. It's like, why do you get that? Why are you in that person's business? Pisces in the reverse. Somebody's not going to make that mistake again. Because there was a certain amount of inherited karma when it came to this person. A blessing in disguise. Someone's realizing at the last minute who someone is to them. And they want to speak up, but they want to be humble at the same time. It's like they're trying to figure out what to say. Say something. Say something. Like maybe explain what you took from that situation. Or you understand what the situation was about. I don't know, man. Just be honest. Or woman, be honest. Honesty is the best policy, because especially if you're in some shit like this, where it's like you're realizing something at the last minute. Indecision. Being an indecision made someone fail or feel like a failure. You're never really a failure, right? Just take that and apply it to the next situation, okay? Or the next stage in life. The only way you're really making a mistake is if you're going back and you're putting that same thing on replay, and you're still in indecision, and you're still attacking problems the same way that didn't work, with the same people that didn't work. Still like hiding your pain, not taking accountability for your part in things, how you address things. Court case. If you're one of these people who are stalking this person's business, or like really stalking this person, they'll see you in court, man. They just will. Because there's certain things where somebody doesn't have to charge you, right? Somebody doesn't have to charge you. Some sort of like the police officers will charge you, okay, because it's a big enough case where nobody even has to charge you, because like you're breaking federal laws, right? You've been stalking this person for a while, or you've been trying to be evil to this person for a while. Seeing Gemini going through karma. This person has had to be resilient, okay? Has had to be resilient. You don't want this exposed. Like how far it went. Karmic. Closet gay. Like that's... I'm not going to talk about that, okay? Like if you think about it, and you put this person through all these problems because they knew a secret of yours that they didn't even like present, like just go heal. It's like somebody knew a secret of somebody's, a truth of somebody's, okay? And because they knew that, because they figured that out, this truth, okay? This person, like, took their aggression out on this person and lied on them. When this was supposed to be their blessing. This was supposed to be their blessing. And they failed to make a decision about it. Pisces in the reverse. Mistake in the reverse. Somebody doesn't want to miss out on something, but like... miss out on speaking up and saying something humble. Like, what do you got to prove? Somebody has something to prove on someone that they were harassing. Just be grateful that you ever got to be a part of this person's story, and you got to watch them grow. You got to watch the divine actively work in somebody's life. You should be grateful for that. You want to prove that somebody isn't blessed. Okay? But they are. They're very wise. They're very wise. I'm getting like somebody's like wise beyond their years because they've been through so many things, so many experiences in life. Say this person was like 15. They had been through things that like the average 30-year-old had been through. You know, like just life experience. Life experience that nobody can take from you, right? Because once you've experienced it, that's knowledge, that's your experience. Now you know it to be true. Something about the tiger lily. Yes, arrival or a messenger, sometimes out of a messenger, advance, proposition, invitation, incitement. So I'm getting like somebody comes in at the last minute. At the last minute, they're like, hey. But I'm getting like somebody wants to cuddle. Like they're going to come in at the last minute. They don't really want to talk. They don't want to talk about it. They don't really want to talk about it. They just would like to like embrace because they've been watching. Somebody's watched someone grow, okay? Well, I don't know if like this person who's been doing the growing is like intrigued because they were like on their way out. They were on their way out to go like on this journey on it was like onto an adventure. Like I'm going this way, and then finally this person like stood up and stood out. And then that part of the dream is over. That part of the dream was over, so I don't know the ending of that, but like you're gonna have to speak up. You're gonna have to speak up. Okay, I'm going to do a healing visualization and I'm going to close it out because I want to. I don't know, I'm going to go work on my project. It's I got this varnish and it sprays on clumpy and then I have to go and wipe it after and it's so annoying. So I think I'm going to go to the store and get a different varnish because this is just way too much work. It could be easier, okay? It could be way easier. So I'm going to do something else. It should have been done. By how much time I'm putting into it, it should have been done. I'm gonna post a picture of my table when it's all built, but I forgot to take a before picture this time. There is a before picture of all of them together outside, actually, so. Anyways. Joint conditions, chronic and acute. Okay, I used to have this really bad, and I did these visualizations. I still do these visualizations. These visualizations are for any condition related to joints or mobility problems. I'm getting a tennis elbow. Somebody has tennis elbow? Ah! Remember, you have the power to improvise your own visualizations. The general visualization using lightning bolts is helpful to many people. The nerve ending one. Do you guys remember the nerve ending? I'll show you. Lightning bolts ripping through your nervous system. Visualize lightning bolts forcefully moving throughout your joint until it's healed. See illustration 35. Visualization for joint conditions, lightning bolt moving throughout the joint. So this one must be the knee down. Two, imagine injecting a needle into your joint, dispensing a white liquid that totally surrounds all moving parts. This white liquid energy acts as a lubricant for your joint. A needle dispensing white liquid energy. I just heard criminal record check. I just got a criminal record check. Because I want to go volunteer at the school. And you need a criminal record check. So I had to go get one. There's nothing on there. There shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. 3. So maybe somebody needs to go get a criminal record check for a job or to volunteer. Visualize gently testing the mobility of your joint by imagining many support wires at different angles holding your joint in place. Wow. Just to feel that security, right? That support. Okay. Support wires holding your joint in place as you're testing your range of motion. Okay, and you're just imagining testing your range of motion. Okay, so I have these support wires, and I'm going to test my range of motion within my mind. And I'm going to be able to freely move my leg as if it were never hurt. Each wire adds support to various parts of your joint and moves the joint and limb around like strings of a marionette. Test your range of motion by playing in your mind's eye a sport you once enjoyed. Remember how wonderful it was to feel the breeze against your face as you hike, bike, play tennis, or golf. As the mobility of the joint is being tested in your mind's eye, there's no pain at all. There's not even the thought of pain present. However, remember how this feels and recall it. Okay, have a good day, people. I will see you later.